Victor Wembanyama delivered a Christmas special, making history, becoming the only player to record 4 blocks and 4 threes in a Christmas Day game, all while scoring 42 points. And here's how he did it. My name is Rotimi, I love basketball, I love to talk basketball, and I hope one day you can share that same love for basketball as I. So to start off, I just wanted to show a few things we saw from Wemby early on. So we got a double in the post, he travels. We also see that he gets a nice handoff from Harrison Barnes, open look from 3, he misses. And then we also see him take a deep 3 from the logo and also miss. Now, key to mention that every single one of these plays, he gets something like this again, and he makes them later on in the game. So these are all shots that he can make. A few early misses don't dictate the rest of the game. Heading into this game, Wemby was in form. He was averaging 29 and 6 blocks in his last 5 games, and he had 10 blocks against the Portland Trail Blazers. He also had 42 points against Atlanta, but more importantly, he was shooting very well from 3. Wemby's first bucket was a masterclass in being a wing or a cutting guard. He sees Chris Paul set the screen, which you see a lot of in this game, sees Cat overplay, cuts towards the rim, and all you see is Josh Hart, who he's a whole foot above, so of course he's going to make the bucket. It's phenomenal plays. On this play, you're going to see Wemby's freakish ability to miss a block in the paint and then recover to block that same guy. Crazy. So in this play specifically, I know people are going to have some eyes on this. We see a normal pick and pop. We see that Wemby gets the ball, pick, popped. Now, there's so much space, it doesn't make sense for him not to shoot. And yes, he does miss. But when you were left that open at 7'4", knowing that no one is going to get there and the closest people to you are guards, why wouldn't you take the shot? It doesn't make sense. Throughout this game, I only had a few favorite plays. Wemby sets the screen over here, gets to the foul line. 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders are on him. He sees a cut in Sohan and he throws it up off the fake shot. It's just very Jokic-esque. Wemby's playmaking is slept on. League-wide, he ranks 78th in assists per game, and among centers, he's 6th. He's already had 35 games with 5 or more assists and 2 with 10 or more assists, all at the age of 21 in 2 seasons. Wemby closes out on the perimeter and he just gets to the corner like a wing would do, and it's easy from there. One thing about Wemby is he will run the fast break and get the points in game, which normal big men can't do because they're just too slow. Around this time, we start to see Wemby's heat check. He hits his logo 3 from Che Jones. Remember that same shot that I showed you earlier at the beginning of this video? Then we see Karl Anthony Towns going into foul trouble. And then we see this next bucket where he's running the break again, and Tre Jones finds him for the crazy acrobatic layup over another 7-footer. Before we continue more into the second quarter, here's a little first quarter recap. As aggressive as Wemby was, he didn't shoot very well, and I thought he might shy away from scoring. But let's see why in the second quarter I was wrong. Yes, Wemby was heat checking, but there's some things they could have done to change that. Here we see that Cat actually goes underneath the screen, which allows Wemby to just get open from a handoff and hit that shot. Centers traditionally aren't good at getting around screens. In this play, we see Wemby screen for CP3, and after CP3 misses the shot, Cat doesn't bother to box out the 7'4" alien, and therefore he catches the ball over the top from him and yams it. Cat's poor defense on these plays, just saying. Heat checks don't come from anywhere. This is one of my favorite plays because you see Wemby goes to fake the handoff, and then Vassell fakes one way, goes the other way under the basket. Wemby makes that pass. The pass is easy, but making the read isn't. This is my favorite play. We see Wemby catch it in the post with a mismatch. He takes one dribble to the side, pulls up the hang jumper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. They don't know what to do, and he just makes it, of course. Like, he was never missing that. Josh Hart was the only person guarding him, 6'4". He's a whole foot smaller. CP3 has benefited Wemby so much this season. Obviously, there's the basic assists, with CP assisting Wemby on 40% of his assisted buckets, but also there's the IQ. Throughout this game, he makes it easy for Wemby to score by screening and also hunting mismatches. The reason I love this play so much is CP's brilliance. CP gets the switch onto Precious Achiuwa. That means now McBride is left on Wemby. He pulls Precious all the way into the corner, which then lets Wemby fill the space. Now Wemby gets 1, 2, 3 guards on him, but look what he does with Sohan. Just absolutely, it's just an intelligent play. He could have finished it himself, but he decided to dish it off. Crazy. In this play again, CP3 is the orchestrator of Wemby's success. Wemby sets a bad screen and tries to slip early, so he says, come on, reset the screen, and let's try and force a switch. Forces the switch, which then allows Wemby to roll. But Josh Hart does something dumb, pushes him, and there you go. You got the pass and the bucket at the rim. Here we see the same play again, except Wemby's going to pop. So set the screen. What are you doing? Come back, set another screen. Let me force a switch because of that close angle. Then you see Cat goes into drop coverage, which isn't smart against Wemby, which allows Wemby to get it at the top and for Wemby to drop the free. If I'm a big and I have CP3 as my guard, CP3 just knows how to get you easy buckets, and you being 7'4" just makes it like way easier for him. In the second quarter, Wemby was cooking. It was a combination of Cat's terrible defensive habits and CP's orchestration that got him going. So here's a little bit of Wemby defense, just showing that he's not scared to switch out to a guard, block your jump shot. But coming up to my favorite play of the game. So we actually see CP3 here, pay attention. Now CP3 is gonna screen for Harrison Barnes to set up in the high post. Now that's a foreshadowing for what's gonna happen next. He's now gonna go and screen Cat, get the switch. Now we've got Wemby switching on to Brunson. Now we're gonna see Wemby come over to the low post, catch the ball, and boom. Look at that separation. Like, you're just not gonna block that shot, and it's money every time. Heading into the next play, they run the same thing again, but this time they don't actually switch, and you'll see that because they didn't switch, because of the way he comes off the screen, he's actually able to just draw an easy foul off Cat because he can't guard it, and so Wemby sinks both of these free throws, and yeah, you know the rest is history. This is another defensive play that I thought was just crazy. I mean, look at the angle that Wemby blocks the ball at. With an 8-foot wingspan, he shouldn't be able to get that. Initially, it was ruled as a goaltend, but then they contested it, and it was registered as a block, which is just crazy. I mean, no one else is getting that in the league.
Wemby only had 7 points and 2 rebounds in the third quarter, but he also did have his 2 blocks, which are insane. Now, the scoring numbers are okay, but what actually scares me is that once Wemby has mastered scoring, instead of scoring 40% from the field each quarter, he'll be consistently going 60% from the field each quarter, which is scary because what would the numbers look like then?
Another great play of the game. So we see Wemby go and set a flare screen that allows Trey Jones to get the ball, but then Wemby gets screened by Champagne, which allows him to cut. Now, watch this closeout. When you close out like this, you're asking to get driven by. Drives straight by him. Look, this is the moment Precious realizes who he was guarding, panics, and Wemby's there for this time. It's just beautiful. In this play, we actually see how unguardable Wemby is. We see the creativity and why it's difficult. Sets this screen. Now he short rolls to the elbow. He catches it, faces up, fakes it upward, finishes with the left hand. Most bigs don't have that in their arsenal. The finish with the left hand, the creativity to just do that at 7'4". This is what makes Wemby special. Most players, they hit you with a sky hook. They might just pull up from the jumper from there. Like, that's all the centers and the bigs in this league have. But for him to just know that he could step through and just scoop it with his left where no one else can get it, he understands himself and how special and how great he is.
I know I said I had a lot of favorite plays, but this is actually the one.
So just a heads up, this is my favorite play of the whole game. Just look at how everything's set up. So Wemby first goes down to actually screen for Keldon Johnson, which looks like they're setting up a staggered screen. But Keldon Johnson in actuality actually comes over and screens Cat, which allows Wemby to now catch the ball at the wing. Wemby catches the ball at the wing, takes 2 dribbles left. He goes, it looks like he's about to go up, but he actually passes the ball out. He sees his 2 defenders, gives, and he goes, catches you, 360, and he makes the bucket. What you actually see is he does not even look at the hoop when he catches the ball. He just knows it's there and he makes it. Brilliance.
Wemby's impact on his team is huge. He played the least amount of minutes in the third quarter, and that's when the Knicks outscored the Spurs 37-25. His impact ranks 6th among all players in the league who have played at least 25 games. Even though it's obvious on paper, the stats truly reflects that they need him on the court to win.
This play highlights how poorly Cat played on defense the whole game. Simple pick and pop, look how much space he gives him, and he pulls it from deep. At this point, Wemby is hot. This was Wemby's 42nd bucket, and Cat throughout the whole game never played 1 inch of proper defense on him. Bad defender, lazy defender, and look what it cost you, a hot game from Wemby. This is another beautiful play. It's simply just, I guess, CP deciding to screen 2 players and actually just get Wemby open from deep. Now, unfortunately, the bucket was never given because Cat ran straight into CP, lazy again. Which then was a foul and actually meant that Wemby could ping it from deep.
Wemby's 42 looked like it came easy, and considering he had a slow start to begin with, it's amazing how he still managed to get to that number. His first Christmas special was all-time great, and I'm only looking forward to see what next this alien does. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe and comment your thoughts down below, but for now, until next time.